Hey, hello, and welcome to Good Knit Kisses, where I am here to help you with your needle and loom and crochet needs. So knitting and crochet, that's what we do every day. I hope you are well today. Thank you for joining me. My name is Kristen Mangus. I'm with Good Knit Kisses, and I'm a YouTuber and teacher who helps you craft and learn your skills and expand them and hopefully inspire you to a new height and just have fun with your knitting and crochet. So I'm so glad that you're here today. Welcome everyone. It's been a while. Of course, in the summer months, I am broadcasting only on Monday. Usually I'm Wednesday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and that is what is that, 10 Eastern? And I've got my kids this summer, so we're just doing once a week. And then we broadcast on Fridays at, well, actually I do it like 2 a.m. my time. But Friday, not broadcast, but I upload on YouTube. So a video every Friday on YouTube. Thank you for joining me. Be sure and subscribe if you want new tutorials and videos on YouTube. Go to www.youtube.com/goodknitkisses and hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell icon, and you can get notifications and you'll get all the new videos. And that is a great way to check out all the videos that there already are. We have over 400. So with that being said, let's get started and saying hello to everyone. I'm so glad to see you. Hey, Angie. Hi, Carol and Christina and Alicia. How are you this morning? Brenda. Okay, great. Angie says, hi, Lexi. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. I am, whoops. I'm going to get me some coffee here. Woo-woo. It looks like, let's see, Carol and Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Man, we can like pop in a viewer this morning too. Haha. Anybody wanna hop in? If you're on a, I don't know if it's all mobile devices or just iPhones, but if you are on an iPhone, let me know and you want to pop in. So we could say hello. It looks like Chris might be available. Hey, Angie, you're doing your yarn dance? Cool. I am fresh face, no lipstick this morning. I just kind of hit the trails here. Heather's driving and listening. Awesome. I hope your phone is in a safe spot. Hi, Heather Hillard. Be safe. Hey, Pearl. Good morning. Oh, I saw all your likes and love this morning. You are a sweetheart. You said good morning on a live broadcast. I was kind of skimming through some things real quick, just trying to get caught up, and I couldn't comment on much, but I did see that and sending all the love. So big hearts to you, Pearl. And she's in going to Ontario, so we'll see you when you get back to this broadcast and you're like, what did I miss? So Heather says, I'm driving and I listen. I've done that too, actually, to get caught up on some things before. I have unlimited data. I was one of those grandfathered in from AT&T when the iPhone came out long ago. And I'm like, I'm not giving that plan up for data. I can't, not with what I do. I'm like, I will never leave. So sometimes I'll let the thing play in the background, and I'll get caught up with some stuff I want to get caught up with. Just listening. Oh, Pearl, you shared my video. Thank you, Pearl. Sorry, I'm eating my breakfast. I have some yummy grapes. Hey, random. Who likes red grapes? Who likes green grapes? Give me some love if you like the red like me. Give me a like if you like green. If you don't like grapes, what's wrong with you? Just kidding. Okay. Hey, everyone. Who'd I miss? Everybody's talking as I come in. Hey, Lori. How are you? I missed you. Sorry. Millie, good morning. Okay, she has a question for me. Thank you, Millie, for the question. Have you ever sold items at craft fair? And if so, what are some tips and tricks or advice you can give? I have sold items at a craft fair. My first craft fair, was in 1994 or 1995. I'm trying to remember. And don't use a hot glue gun the day of the craft fair. Ouch. Yeah, last minute stuff is not good. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you plan well, your sale will go smoother. If not, you will have less headaches. We made our own shelf system, and my dad helped me build it, and it was made to be able to tear down and be flat and like sit in her garage. But so we made our own little shelf system to put all these things that I was selling on, and we should have practiced building it and tearing it down to know like how like if you're in a tight space, how long it would take to build it, and then to get it like, and then make sure like test for ricketiness and stuff. So yes, a lesson learned. The other thing is, so like thinking about how you're going to display your projects is, I think, probably 80% of what you need to do. Like really think about how people like study the booth layout for at the craft fair, and see where your traffic is coming from. If you are at a craft fair and you know the layout, like you've done it before and you kind of know the busy areas. I like to stay away from like the end zones where things are super busy for people. But maybe if you know some of the vendors are going to be in those spots, or get a spot that's catty corner to that's not on maybe one of the side aisles, but maybe like right down the middle or something, like maybe right next to that end spot. Like if someone's on the end spot facing outward or whatever, try and get next to them. So that if something's popular, people are kind of passing your way. What hopefully doesn't happen to you is that you get stuck in a booth that's behind where people are like really milling, and then yours like doesn't have regular traffic. It just gets all the people kind of clogged up. So kind of study like where your booth's going to be, what it's going to look like, what people are going to see. Put something eye-catching. If you can at all put like a backdrop of like something bright, like a bright green or something, just something that is not the normal scene, just so something that pops your eye. If you have hats, if you can be sure and put like your most colorful hat, even if it's not your favorite. Like I would not put this hat on a display that's prominent. I would put something like maybe this is not a hat, this is a big cowl. But I would put something really it has bright colors in it, maybe not the black, but the bright colors. I would put those things more prominent so that people see them. I might even notice that as I hold this thing up like this and be like, what? And I make like really cool looks and stuff. Well, let's do an experiment and see if we get more viewers while I'm holding this thing up. I noticed as soon as, you know what's really funny in my broadcast? I noticed as soon as I start holding these things up, that people who are scrolling on Facebook, like the viewership goes up. So when you're at a craft fair, if you have things in prominent view, and I noticed that we did get a new viewer, so hi new viewer. So if you have things shown in prominent display, those things will get more traffic to your booth. You want to be able to be wide awake and bright and shiny, bushy tailed for your craft fair, not stuck just behind a table. It's really easy to want to sit down and be behind a table at a craft fair, but try and get out from underneath it, get like to the side of it, and you can have everything displayed on there, and you can have levels of things, but like try not to just be behind a table. You want to be welcoming and engaging, and trying not to like cross your arms and stuff. Like body language, color, and placement of things is huge. And don't worry about what your price is. Price your stuff at what you value yourself at. So if you're just pricing to sell cheap, then you're going to have to make a lot of the things. But if you make a lot of the things that are not stuff that's trendy or people are wanting, they're really interested in, or it's not some clever thing that's not intuitive, like people can't tell what it is, then it just isn't going to move. So just be aware of what people see, because if people if you want people to see it, it has to get noticed, right? And so we want something bright and colorful around it. So anyway, that is a long-winded answer. There's several good itty-bitty tips and tricks in there as far as pricing your stuff. There are a ton of blog articles on Google. There's a ton of information. Just Google, I say they're on Google. Google grabs them. Anyway, use your search engine and say tips, craft fairs, or tips for craft shows, stuff like that, or flea markets for selling your handmade goods. And look at that. Look at really popular shops in Etsy and see how they photograph their stuff, because looking how they photograph their stuff, the ones that are most successful, see how they're like set up and what their cover image is, because maybe you can like set a few things up that are like that, because that draws people's attention. So that's a whole bunch of stuff right there, Millie. I hope that helps you, and my best wishes to you and good luck in your craft adventure. Let's see. Alicia says, I'm glad to see your bubbly personality this morning after hearing my great grandma, who's in bad health, 94 years old. She is ready to heaven. Oh, Alicia, I'm so sorry to hear about your grandmother, 94. It sounds like she's had a long, wonderful life. I'm so glad it was with you. My best to you in what's going on with your family. Mwah. Love you, Alicia. Alicia's been on here for a long time, and just love seeing your name pop up and all your comments and everything. Hey, Madeline, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Chris, thanks for sharing the video. Lori likes both. Oh yeah, we're talking about the grapes now. Both grapes. Angie, green, big grapes without seeds. Both. Good morning, Kristen, Elizabeth says. Hey, Elizabeth, good morning. Hi, Wanda. Oh, Chris, green grapes. Y'all, we were doing, if you're just coming in, I was eating my grapes. I love red grapes. Chris says green grapes. Green's more sour. I think these are more sweet. I kind of go back and forth on what I like. I really do like red, just without the seeds. My folks have pictures of my first birthday totally ignoring everything, but a big bowl of green grapes. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, y'all. My husband just sent me a text message. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I almost read that out loud. Oh, Elizabeth's commenting on my glue gun fiasco. Yeah, I burned myself real bad before a craft fair. Last minute, I was trying to make an extra wreath for something, and it was a grapevine one, you know, it has holes in it. My brain just went out the door, and I just squirted that thing, and it oozed down, and I had it on my lap, y'all. Massive mistake. I normally don't do that. And I don't know. I thought I was invincible, apparently. Not good. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, that may have happened to you. Hey, Summer, good morning. Hey, Joanne. Elizabeth, good tip. Elizabeth's giving a good tip if you do craft fairs. She said, my friend and I used to do craft fairs. My suggestion is visit fairs first and see what they're selling best for your area. Absolutely, those are great things. If you're starting up and the craft fairs are starting and you just want to dip your toe in, then just go, you know. Go and be a part of it. If you want to get a booth, I would get like a less expensive booth if you're getting in last minute and you don't have a whole bunch of display and stuff like that. But and making small take along things that are easy. Things that are practical to use are really not, that aren't that expensive, are great things. Kind of things that you might see like at a point of sale at a grocery store. You think, oh, that's a normal thing. I need that. So like things like the washcloths and little soap bags and stuff, and the little scrubbies, like a little scrubby for your face, your kitchen sink or something. Those things are great. You can, if you're making those items. When I did craft fairs, it was mostly, what all have I done? I've done where I made wreaths and decoration and big floral arrangements, and then I sold some baskets and some jewelry. I've sold some jewelry. What else have I done? I've had Yeah, I've had a few knits in a show. I've done a show recently, well, not recently, when I first started off doing Good Knit Kisses, and I had a friend who was doing a craft fair, and she had sewing stuff, and so I couldn't be there, but I gave her some of my things that sell to kind of complete out her booth, and so she had little things to set on the table, and then she had her rack and stuff. So you might go in with a friend and kind of have a double booth. So like someone who does sewing, and you do crochet or knitting or both or whatever. You know, and get people who have kind of similar goods to kind of put with it, and then you could use a tag system. My friend and I have done garage sales that way, where like all my tags are green and all of hers were blue or something, and so we would just pop the tag off and then put them on a sheet, and then we knew when the money all came in, we knew how to split it, and that worked really well. So but yeah, and you want to check trends. I think there's a Google Trends thing, and you could like go to that. I'm trying to remember what the website is, but just check out Google Trends and see what happens. And you can type in words and see what auto-populates, like type in knit or crochet, and then see what's popular. Just any time of the year, rather than talk about what's current right now in case someone watches this video later. Martha, hello, hot summer tip. Put a small bottle of water in the freezer at night. Need in the morning, take a paper towel and help keep you cool in the heat. Yes, that is a good tip. We have this thing, and especially if it's an outdoor craft fair, we call them air conditioners. Now, I don't know if this is an Arkansas thing or a Texas thing, because my dad's family is originally from Arkansas. And we do these things called air conditioners, and so we have a like, imagine a little round bowl or something, just a bowl or something, and we take like towels, cotton towels, and roll them up long ways so they would fit around your neck like this, and lay them all in there, and then we pour in water, and then to get them wet. Not soaking, I mean, you know, just right at that level, and then we put a ton of ice on them, and then we take them to wherever we're going, and then you take that and kind of wring it out, and you can even trap some ice in it, and then put it on the back of your neck there, and you can stay cool just sitting there. So if you've got a little tent over you, but the tent shade always changes when the sun moves over. So we call those air conditioners, and they work really well. So that's a little outdoor craft tip, plus an indoor one, because those can get really hot too, depending upon it. If you're just in a pavilion that maybe doesn't have enough airflow for a huge traffic, say people are driving by and then they find it, and then you get this surge. Hey Joanne, thanks for sharing the video. Chris says, thanks Martha, I need all the help we can get. Oh, it was 110 in North California yesterday. Woo, baby. We haven't had those hot temps yet. I'm so glad. Usually those are in July and August for us in Texas. Good morning, Nancy in Montana. Hey, hey. Hi, Robin. Late to the party. Awesome. Oh, I hope you had fun at the grandmother's. Did everyone have a good Father's Day weekend and spend time with your family? I know we did. We had lots of family over at our house this weekend. It was it's crazy. I'm trying to think how many we had total. We had 18 people. No, more than that. 15, yeah. 18, 19 people. Kind of in and out this weekend, not all at the same time. But usually about 12 or 13 at a time. When we have family over, it's usually a baker's dozen. So, hey Bonnie, howdy. Good morning, Dawn. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Robin says, not sure we'll remain steady on our walk, but we'll try. Hey, Lisa Dave. Lisa Dave. Oh my gosh, Lisa. I say Lisa Dave Nelson. It's because Lisa shares an account with her husband. Lisa, I was talking about you and talking about the miracle with, I want to say, was it your niece that we prayed for? Anyway, I'm so glad. Anyway, years ago. So I was encouraging someone else who had a very similar thing. And anyway, just saw you pop up. She is in our Loom Knit and Craft Club, and we have a break room group. So if you're part of the Good Knit Kisses Loom Knit and Craft Club, we have a break room group where we can go and we support each other, no matter race, religion, whatever it is. And we just need to event session, which doesn't have anything to do with knitting or crochet. And we need prayer, we need support, we need love. And so we go there, and it's like a non-bully friendly zone. It's just a friendly zone. And so sometimes we pray for people who are part of the group, and we keep that separate from Good Knit Kisses group. But it's the break room. So if you're interested in being in that, you're welcome to be. You have to be a member of the main Good Knit Kisses Loom Knit Craft Club group and on Facebook. And anyway, so we prayed for her loved one several years ago, and that was an amazing thing, let me tell you. Maybe I should have her on one day. We talk about it. Ooh, frozen red grapes are awesome, Carol. Ooh, yeah, that'd be good for the summer. Hey, sit those by the pool, eat some frozen red grapes, put your air conditioner on, and crochet or knit your way while you watch the kids swim. Good morning, good morning. Dryer balls would sell great. Yes, Elizabeth, thank you very much. We did a video on making all the dryer balls. My dryer balls are doing really well. By the way, the one that was wool and cotton that I wrapped together have done really, really well. I wish I had a dryer ball right here. It's done well, and it cuts down my dryer time, especially in the summertime. I'm so happy. We have 6 people in our house, so I'm interested in saving energy. So those would be excellent to sell at craft fairs, and I've seen them sell before. Hey, Cassie, good morning. Joanne, your sister and you made a dozen balls over the weekend. They're felting in the dryer now. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, so we did the video on Facebook several weeks ago. We're gonna put that back out there next week on Friday on YouTube, so that you can find it on there easy as well. This Friday on Yarnspirations blog, we will be talking about this hat here. And this is the Polka Dot Knit Hat, and that video will come out on Yarnspirations YouTube channel. And this is a needle knit project, and if you have never used circular or DPNs, double pointed needles, if you've never used either one of those, this video covers it. It's a big video. It is like a class, and I go back and forth and show you the different steps with either one, and how to make it jogless, how to connect it in a different way than you may expect. And you can even like leave out this seed stitch portion if that part scares you, and just make it all stockinette here, and have a basic beanie, and then we shape it and everything together. Isn't that shaping beautiful? And this is their new yarn called Alpaca Blend. Let me see if I don't even have a ball next to me. Oh my gosh, they're totally out of reach. Anyway, this is Alpaca Blend. It's a roving yarn, and it was a dream to work with, and it feels amazing. Let me put it on. It's totally not the right color for this time of year, but anyway, it feels amazing. Let's put that on. But it's a nice slouchy hat. It doesn't look as good on me. It looks really good on my daughter. I probably would pick like a cute blue or something. This is, they had a real pretty gray and stuff. I was trying to pick up something that would look good against my background. They have a lot of beautiful colors. This just happened to be one of the ones they sent me. So anyway, it's really good. What else? Alicia says, a lady at my local flea market makes crochet dish scrubbies for $2 to $3. Yeah, those are great. You can get a stack of those. You could even like make a bonus deal where if they buy so many, they get a free mason jar, and you could have a bunch of like mason jars, even like the small ones, and make the scrubbies, like round scrubbies, to fit and stack in a little jar. And you could say, hey, well, you know, 3 scrubbies for this, or 5 scrubbies for XYZ, and you get a mason jar or something. And then that way people can keep them next to their sink. You know, that might be a good thing. There was a lady who made stitch markers that I saw at a craft fair. I'm going to show you some stitch markers. She kept them in, I just got these this weekend. These were really pretty. I was at this designer event, and she made these stitch markers with that. I think this is like called that tiger tail. Oh wow, I gotta hang now. Tiger tail stuff. So they're like, they're flexible. So it's not just using like the jump rings and stuff. And so I thought, oh wow, I never thought about using those. And it has a little crimp bead thing on it. And then it has a little crimp bead thing at the end. So she's got two different ones here. So we picked out these, and she put them on one of those binder closing rings, and she had a ton of them on there. And you could say, okay, they're this much money for, you know, this amount. Anyway, slide them all on there. But I went to another craft fair, and if you see these jars, she kept them on. You could buy like a whole set on a long, like one of those big diaper pin, I call them a diaper pin, stitch holders, and she had them hanging on a stitch holder, and you can get them all on the stitch holder and buy them that way, or you can get them in these cute jars here. So guess what I did, right? So these were all these pink matchy ones. Now I stuck something else in there, and then these were all these really cute random color ones. So anyway, jars are nice. I love them. And they look so cute and decorative, and I feel like Martha Stewart, even though I'm not. Oops. Oh my gosh, Lisa, I almost did something. I clicked the button. Barb, I did the wet towel thing when my son did BMX bike racing. Excellent. Yeah, it's amazing. Jean, oh, you went to a ball game this weekend? Great. Awesome. Ball games are awesome. I like them live. I don't like them on TV. Hey, Lisa, good morning. Oh, Chris in California says, usually not this hot here in June either. Not supposed to cool down until Friday. Sorry, girl. Nancy, we became great grandparents and found out we'll be great grandparents again in February. Oh, congratulations, Nancy. That is great. Look, I don't want my kids to grow up too soon, but I know that grandmahood is going to be awesome. I'm going to enjoy being a grandma later on, but not too soon. we got a ways to go over in this house. So Alicia says, oh wow, your dad and boyfriend helped you with the chicken coop this weekend. Oh man, for your birthday. And it was Father's Day weekend, and they were working. Look at you. They are wrapped around your little finger. That's great. Happy birthday, hon. Oh man. Oh, Elizabeth says that's a great group. We all need to vent and be supported. Yes. Yeah, be sure and check the Loom Knit and Craft Club break room group. You got to be a member of the main group. But the break room group is like if you want to announce something and be like, oh, it's my birthday and we did this. I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with the knitting and crochet stuff. We're just friends in that group. And I don't actively participate in as much, but if I see something, I, respond. But the people in the group are awesome and amazing, and we do have admins in there to enforce the rules and stuff. And anyway, I'm glad we all have new emojis now with Facebook. But when we started the group, and the group rules kind of reflect it, but we had to figure out a way to where if someone didn't know what to say, they could just hit like on a post, even if it was a not so great post, just to say, I'm thinking about you and I'm sorry, or just hit the like so they don't have to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when someone's is sad about something, we tend to say the wrong things, right? So like we made it like a safe button to push, like I'm thinking about you, I saw this and I'm sorry, that kind of thing. So you have to go check that out. Chris says Father's Day service at church was awesome. I have no one to celebrate their Father's Day with anyone. Just try to stay cool. Well, I'm sorry, Chris. I got to celebrate with my dad, which was nice. Yeah. So, Chris, what's the name of it? Okay. Good Knit Kisses Loom Knit and Craft Club is the main group. And then we have a post that says the name of the group. I can't remember if we have the break room name. Maybe it says GKK Loom Knit Craft Club break room, but it has the word break room in it. Joanne or Carol or somebody will probably help me with the link here, but just go to the main group and then we'll get you handled from there. Let's see. Okay, Martha is giving us an announcement. Thank you, Martha. She says if anyone likes Hobby Lobby, a new store is planning to open in Ada, Oklahoma real soon this summer. Okay, y'all, I have a Hobby Lobby topic question. Now, we're not going to talk about the other thing that some people get ticked off or excited about Hobby Lobby. That's not my point. My point is, have you gone to your local Hobby Lobby and seen that they are discontinuing a whole bunch of yarn, like a whole lot? Because I've seen some people, we need some on the ground reporters. Anybody want to be a Good Knit Kisses on the ground reporter? Check in with their Hobby Lobby. I am curious what's going on, because I'm kind of concerned. I've heard several people say that their yarn aisle is being cleaned out a lot, and there's a lot of great sales, but that concerns me that there's going to be scaling down of your local store. Now, I went into mine because of that. Now, I had other things to get, but I picked Hobby Lobby because I had to get some GPNs, and I have several craft stores around here to pick from. So I went to Hobby Lobby, and they did have some really good deals on yarn. But I was concerned. Sorry, I'm holding this thing. I'm going to drink. I was concerned that maybe the yarn section is getting scaled down in other areas. So let me know if you guys know. Write HL or Hobby Lobby if you're talking about it, because sometimes when the comments go, I don't quite catch it. Hey, Jacqueline in Washington. Beautiful hat, Chris says. Thank you. Lexi says, "Ooh, I love alpaca and I love roving. You need to check that out." Yeah, and the percentage of alpaca in there is lower. Like, there's other content in there, but it does have alpaca in it, and it has a nice soft hand, and it does have a halo to it. It's really nice. So, thanks, Wanda. She likes the hat. Oh, good. I love you guys commenting for each other. That's awesome. Cassid said, "I just found out pom-pom balls are wonderful for our kids." Oh, craft fair idea. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, if you're listening and you want to make something. Oh, okay. So it's out of my reach. Over here is my boy pom-pom maker. And my daughter freaked out. We have a bunch of birthday parties this summer, and we were buying gifts. And she said, "Oh, Linda, her friend, loves pom-pom balls." And so there was a pom-pom ball someone had made at the store. We bought it. I should have just made one. But what they did is they got like that real furry, like you could use spun fur or something like that, and real furry ball, fuzzy, that looks almost like an animal skin or whatever. But anyway, it was like a bright blue. And then they had like half of it's like they had done it around like a black hair tie. And then they had a chain go up, and it had one of those key jump rings on it, like for your car keys. And then attached to that, they had a lobster claw. You know, the little lobster claw things that like to connect a necklace, but it's a big one. And so the key ring is you could add it to your keys, or the lobster claw could connect to something else, like a little carabiner or something. And I thought, oh my gosh, those would be great for craft fairs. You can just slide those on a little thing and people can pick those out, and they would be super easy to make. The most expense that you would spend is buying those little lobster claw things, and you could like forego the jump ring because the lobster claw thing could just attach to a regular key ring. So if the jump rings were not available to you or whatever, you could just do the lobster claw thing with a few little chains attached to your pom-pom. So I would suggest though that your pom-pom have some kind of thing, some kind of other loop, maybe like a rubber band or something like that, maybe a small black rubber band that's made out of something that can slide on a metal component, rather than just having a yarn attach it to a piece of metal, just because of friction. So anyway, there's another little thing for you, which would be popular right now as of this video. Oh, Montova, I'm so sorry to hear her dad, the dad passed and it was your birthday. Happy birthday. And I'm so sorry. You're just trying to get back into crochet or loom and been really down. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I hopefully can provide some inspiration on this channel. Be sure and check out our group and kind of peruse through all the stuff in there and find some inspiration. Usually people will give links to maybe a pattern they tried or video or something like that. And if you'll go to our main Good Knit Kisses blog or page, you go to goodknitkisses.com, that brings up our current blog and you can see all the stuff going on. Thank you for that link too. to the group, Joanne. Hobby Lobby cotton is so good. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Thank you for the off-topic stuff, Joanne. I'm behind on my comments. She's got the link for the break room group. Chris says I've been avoiding Hobby Lobby until payday. Okay, Lexi, thank you for the content on Alpaca Blend. Yeah, content 60% acrylic, 22% wool, 10% nylon, and 8% alpaca. Yeah, so it's only 8% alpaca, which is I was a little disappointed in, but I'm not disappointed in the yarn itself, like the feel of it and everything. I think it feels really nice. It looks great. The stitch definition is really nice. It's enough of a roving to make the stitches like have that kind of modeled look to it. I have not blocked this. This is just my normal tension. Okay. And I don't really want to block something like this. I might like maybe lightly block this part here so it doesn't sucker so much or pucker so much. What's the word? But anyway, yeah, I like how it looks. I don't really think I'm going to block it. Cassid, yes, I noticed the same thing about Hobby Lobby and Cheyenne. Okay, so maybe something's going on in Cheyenne. What's the yarn with the hat that you showed? This is Alpaca Blend from Peyton's Alpaca Blend. I'm like, it's Peyton's, right? Or is it Bernat? Oh my gosh, my brain. I've got my Bernat roving right here. Why don't I have, hang on. Oh my gosh. Here's some more. It's Peyton's. Woo, I'm glad So this is a cute little pink one. This is called Peony, like the flower. And this one is Birch. And this is another really deep. Okay, this one is, what color is this? Black Cherry. It really is like a black cherry. I had a video where I showed all the colors that were sent to me, but that's not all the colors they have. Oh, Carol, yes, thank you. Crochet water balloons would be a great idea for craft fairs. Yeah! You could have a few in demonstration if it's an outdoor event. Ooh. I heard they work up fast. The Bernat blanket yarn is used for that. The Crochet Crowd may have a video on it. I don't know. I know that they have a blog that I think Jeannie did. And so if you go to thecrochetcrowd.com and search for water balloon, you'll find it, and it's a free pattern. And what it is it's a little crochet piece that is shaped like a water balloon, and I think it actually opens, and it's made out of Bernat blanket yarn, and they're about, I want to say they're probably this big, if I got that right, someone tell me, maybe 6 inches. And you just have a bucket of water, and you just throw them in the bucket of water and kind of let them push down in there and get soaky, and then the kids can throw them at each other. You don't have the broken mess of the water balloons, and they can just keep throwing them in there. If they get dirty, who cares, because that's all it's going to be used for. So just a fun thing over the summer, and they don't hurt. You know, when you hit them, people just get wet. The kids, you know, they just want to get wet. Oh, don't hit me, but they want to get wet. You know the drill. It's kids. Hey, and adults. I actually thought that would be a fun idea if you had the time and you had enough, you know, energy to make it for a birthday party and make 2 per person, and then that would be kind of like the giveaway instead of giving them candy or something like that. That might be a cool little treat to do as well. Or maybe if you want to do treats, you could give them a water balloon thing, and if it had room, you could fill it with candy, and then they take that one home, and then they know how to play it because maybe you had some other clean ones. But I was just thinking you could make all of them for the party, double for each kid, and when the party's over, be like, everybody gets 2, yay, ring it out, take it home, woo woo. So there you go. Everybody's loving the water balloons idea. Oh, okay, Joanne, here's a link to the review on the Boy Pom Pom and Tassel Maker. Yeah, totally. Man, I wonder, you know, people like to make, and they called them snowballs. So at like Christmas time, people were making pom-poms and calling them snowballs. And then you throw them at your colleagues in the office, I guess, or at kids. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if you could do Bernat pom-pom balls, and then use those to throw. But you'd have to figure out a way. You'd have to probably stitch around them really well so they don't like fall apart as a water balloon. So yeah. Martha, Hobby Lobby, she says, I hope it's because they're making room for new yarn coming, like in department stores does in clothes. You know, and I will say this about Hobby Lobby, and I don't know if Hobby Lobby watches me or anybody wants to pass it along, but I like that Hobby Lobby has their own brands. However, I wish that they would carry other people's brands instead of knocking them off so much, because man, it'd be really nice to be able to be like, oh, I need some more XYZ for that project, and then just go to Hobby Lobby and be able to find it. But there's a lot of like the Yarn Bee stuff that's their brand and not any of the other major brands, which I would like to be able to just be able to find there. And I love how Hobby Lobby displays their yarn. I love like the acrylic fronts, and it's like really clean. I'm not OCD in such a way that like I have to have everything like that, but I do love the thrill of looking down a Hobby Lobby row and it's like, oh, it's like clean. It's like yarn heaven. Everything's like all like lined up and pretty, and I can see the fronts of it and stuff. But man, I wish that they had other stuff too, because I'm like, I can't find the thing I need. I know they have Red Heart Scrubby. That's everywhere. And by the way, if you are on a Red Heart Scrubby, if you're a Red Heart Scrubby fanatic and you just love to collect things, that is a fun thing, because every store has their own line from Red Heart, their own color line. And so it's kind of fun to see what the different stores have. Like some of them have more bright, some of them have more variegated, some of them more, they have the ones that are like that new crunchy kind that's like really crystallized or something. I forget what that's called. Anyway, Cassie says, do you know where you can get the yarn? If you go on, I will have a link with the video on the blog on Friday, but you can go find Alpaca Blend on yarnspirations.com. So yeah, for sure. I can't name all the places you can get that, but I know that you can get it online there. Thank you for the link, Lexi. Oh, okay. Someone else made a bunch of balloons and tested them with her hubby, like threw them at her hubby, Chris. That's hilarious. There's some Vine or YouTube person who likes to like hit his wife with like a dart gun, like a Nerf gun, like surprise them. And so I hope that she would find this video and be like, I'm gonna make crochet water balloons and I'm gonna pelt him with them. I'm gonna tag him with get him back. He's so mean to his wife. Joanne says you can mark them as wildlife and environmentally friendly water balloons. They would sell like hotcakes or better than hotcakes. Yeah, Joanne. Okay, well, I like hotcakes, so I don't know. Put it with a hotcake and presto. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm getting this Etsy pattern question. Okay, I've got to respond to that. Okay, sorry, I get like notifications here. Dawn says, from what I'm reading over the last few weeks, Hobby Lobby's getting rid of name brands and going to their brands. They're wanting to bring in more customers and don't have a ton of money to spend on yarn. Whatever. That's my initial response. They want to bring in more customers and don't have it. Okay, then why invest in yarn making? Anyway, all right, well, I'm not gonna, whatever. Ada, good morning. Alicia, FYI, my Sears is closing out. I'm sorry. I think our Sears closed out long ago. I don't think, no, do we have Sears around? I don't know. I haven't been to Sears in a while. No, they're still around. They just moved. Chris, Hobby Lobby yarn displays are awesome. Yeah. Yarn heaven, everyone says. Love Red Heart Scrubby. Oh, and the crystallized. Oh, thank you. Scrubby Sparkle. That's the name of it. Yes, and they had a water balloon fight, just the two of them. That's hysterical. Yeah, because if she threw it at him, he'd throw it right back. Hey, Robin, I'm seeing you join. Oh, Cassid says, what's hotcakes? LOL. Cassid, hotcakes is just another word for pancakes. You know, pancakes. Yeah, that's all that is. Chris says, if Hobby Lobby wants to bring in customers that don't have a ton of money, they should allow multiple coupons and accept competitor coupons. I agree. And that's in just the United States. Like, I know Canada doesn't do that a lot. They don't do like kind of coupon bonanza type things like we do. I think that's just an American thing. Honestly, really, I hate saying honestly like I'm dishonest or something, but my opinion here is, if stores would just keep the prices down, then they wouldn't need all the coupons. And Hobby Lobby, although I love them, if you know the game, then you know that certain brands or certain sections are on sale like every 2 weeks for like half off. So why don't you just price it at that price all the time, and then that's what we pay. You'd save on paper and advertising and marketing for that, and just advertise all your great stuff that you buy, because you got some great stuff. And then the same with Joann's and stuff. And it's like, oh, so when there's a 20% discount on all purchases, and then then at the same time they're running sales, like marking down maybe by 50 cents or $1, like all these different yarn brands, like as a whole. And then you come in, or even certain tools, and then you come in, you want to use that stuff. They're like, oh, and you can't use it with the coupon. That thing you have to buy at the little sale price, but you can't use the bigger sale price of the coupon. I'm like, it's a racket, y'all. Stop. Just. I don't get that. Now, some people love their coupons, and I'm like, I am not. And my coupons expire on me, because then I forget about it and I always have the wrong coupon at that time. I'm like, oh, crap, the wrong thing. And I don't want them all in my car. This is like a Kristen coupon moment here. Oh, Carol, it was Christy Halsworth that had the crochet water balloon fight. Christy's the one who does the pattern deal patrol, y'all. If you go on goodknitkisses.com and hit the search bar and click up pattern deal or deal patrol, Christy has this giant page, this giant resource page for us that has links to all these free or discounted patterns. So go check that out. But Christy, that's funny. She's a hoot. Oh my gosh. Martha says, you could get your kids at the pool and be like, oh, here's your towel, honey. Why don't you just come sit down? Martha says, crochet water balloons would be a funny joke outside, placed under a towel and chairs. Yeah, at a picnic. Don't get me back, though. Chris Lopez says, yep, JCPenney tried eliminating sales, and the idea totally tanked. They ended up firing the CEO and went back to coupons and sales. It was a bonanza. Consumers like sales. Okay, well, I must be weird. I am the weirdo. Yeah, because when I heard that CEO who was doing that, I thought, oh, that's cool. Like, I actually kind of like the idea of how they were going to do it. But I guess I'm alone in my journey here. That's why you don't see coupon sales from me very often, because I forget to do them. If you guys are like, hey, Kristen, you got a Good Knit Kisses coupon soon, let me know, and I will do a coupon sale thing, bonanza for you or something for Good Knit Kisses. Alicia says water balloons made with cotton yarn that can be used as a pothole after not in use. Oh, well, yeah, you could do that. You could do cotton or wool. Probably the cotton ones would be better. Yeah, I think they like the acrylic ones for the Bernat blanket, maybe because they don't hold the water as like they don't absorb into it as much. And so if you have a balloon that you've soaked, it kind of holds that water in there a little bit better, rather than just being soaking on the actual fiber itself, because the Bernat blanket yarn is a boucle type where it has like a thread system in the middle. It has that central fiber, and then the fiber is on the outside. The fuzzy stuff is on the outside, and because it's acrylic doesn't absorb the it has a lower ratio of absorbing the liquid than say like a cotton would. A cotton totally absorbs, and like wool repels. So anyway, hey, Yarnspirations is on. Awesome. We're talking about the water balloons in Bernat Baby. I mean, not Bernat Baby, Bernat Blanket. So yeah, totally. Chris says it was Christy, but she's not in this morning. I know, I noticed that she didn't hop in. Yeah, I love that her and her husband had a water balloon fight. Montel, let's see, but you use the coupon on your sale and people forget that. Yeah. I'll go into Joann's, and I do use the coupons. Like, okay, so Joann's has a little trick in the States. If you're in the States, you get to do this, but I text message them from my phone, so I get coupon code on there. Then I have the app, and then what I do is I save the one, and I do a screenshot of all the different coupons that I want for them, and then I have my email that I get the coupon on, and then I'll screenshot that. And then I have my paper one that I get in the snail mail, and and then I go to the counter, and then I just swipe through all my coupons from them. So that's how you can kind of use more. So you have to kind of plan it out, though. If you're good at planning your sales, you can take advantage of that. Joanne says, Pattern Deal Patrol for free at discounted patterns. Thank you, Joanne. She's got the link here. Hi from Swan Hills, Alberta. Hello, Patty Barron. How are you? Robin says people think they're getting a deal, but it's probably because we've been trained to think that way. Now, I know that when Yarnspirations has a sale on their site, I mean, they run them at the same prices all the time, so then they just, just lower it and stuff. But like some of the other places, I don't know if they're raising that up and then doing the discount. I just know that, I was just saying like Hobby Lobby, we were talking about like I really think of like the big decor accents. Like when you first walk into Hobby Lobby, it's just all this decor and stuff. And then like every other week you get the 50% off. And I'm like, okay, well then I'll just come on the weeks that it's discounted. Hopefully it's still there. Yeah. If you change your inventory a lot, then obviously it may not be there. Oh, Barb, you go to Aldi's for grocery shopping because you don't like coupons and deals either. Cool. Yeah, but I got to get the deals when I go to Joe's, because when I go to Joann's, because I mean, I know that I've got to load up on some things if I'm going to Joann's. And I love my Joann's. It's near us. It's a really nice one. It's really big. I did a live broadcast there one day. That was really fun. And touring the aisles, if you guys got to catch it. Give me some love if you got to join me for that live day. I did that I think it was the day after the election, and so I did some shopping retail therapy, and we like toured my local Joann store. So it was really cool. Joann, yeah, there's the love button. I think that's Chris giving all the love. I think I saw her little icon pop up. Yeah. Oh my gosh. There was too much to read. I hit that read more, and I can't see everything. Yeah, you love the apps for Hobby Lobby and Joann's and Michael's. Yeah, Chris, love them. They're really good. Really good when you're near the checkout. Hopefully you have good Wi-Fi when you're in there. The only thing about Michael's is their Wi-Fi is kind of spotty, and so it's hard for me to do a live broadcast there. And then when I want to download the coupon, I better have done it before I got in the store. So it gets kind of frustrating. However, if you guys know, some of them take competitor coupons, and they'll maybe take their coupon plus maybe a competitor coupon. So if they don't take multiples at their store, they do take the competitor one. So you have to have it, and you have to have it in the working site. Like it can't be one that you just snapshot. It has to be like right there and working. So anyway, Joanna's Day is wonderful, but it's in the mall here. You have a Joann store in your mall? Wow, that's cool. I mean, yeah. If you're a mall walker and you get to walk around and like be out of the heat, that's really nice. Ours is like a standalone store, so we have to drive to it. I got to drive everywhere here in Texas. I'm constantly driving. I think I spend half my life in the car. If only I had a car. This is what I want. I want the future now. I want the cars that drive themselves so I can crochet and knit. I don't have to drive. Wouldn't that be nice? Hit that love button if you love that idea. No more driving. Just riding. Anyway, I am so glad you guys joined me. We're coming up on an hour here. So let's see. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, last week I want to talk to you about... Oh, they all love that idea. Last week we came out with the needle version of the Loom Knit seat cover from Yarnspirations.com, and they that is featuring the Bernat blanket yarn. No, I'm sorry, Bernat home deck yarn, the Maker home deck collection. It's really nice. I really like that yarn. It's so cool. It feels like super smooth, and it's got a nice drape to it and everything. That one, the seat cushion, came out last month on Yarnspirations.com and on their YouTube, and so this month, last Friday, I put it up on my channel. But 2 weeks previous, so 2 weeks ago, I had the Loom Knit version come out, and there was some confusion this last Friday, and I got a bunch of YouTube questions about it, and then off-site messages. And they were like, what's different than this one that came out 2 weeks ago? Well, the difference is the needle version came out this last Friday, and 2 weeks before, the Loom Knit version came out. So I'm kind of go back and forth between having a version in Loom and a version in needle. Some of them I've been able to combine them. Some of them I feel like they need to be standing alone, maybe because it's too long of a video or it's just too much to explain. I said 2 weeks ago was a Loom version. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago, because anyway, a few weeks ago we also did the Lacy Knit Baby Blanket on needles, and the Lacy Knit Baby Blanket is using the baby sport yarn, and it's on needles, and I need to convert it to the loom. If anybody wants to work on it, they can. I started using it on a small gauge loom, and it's a little too wide, and I was using a unit stitch, but I think mine was probably even too tight, so I'm gonna have to go with a smaller gauge. That, or I may double up on my yarn. I didn't really want to, so I may have to go down to a smaller gauge loom, smaller than small gauge, and go to like a fine gauge loom or something. So I'm gonna have to check out those things, maybe using a kiss loom or a Cindy wood, and that was 3/8 gauge. And what else I want to tell y'all? So in lieu of doing that one at the beginning of July, which I had planned on doing because I've got a bit of a delay, I'm actually thinking about doing those Loom Knit sandals, because people were asking me how to do that one, because originally I planned on making videos and my time just got super busy, and we promoted that blog and free pattern last week, and we had several people asking, when's that video coming out? Now there's video links for the techniques, but there's no video on how to do it from beginning to end. And so I'm thinking about doing that. If you guys want me to do the sandals, write sandals on the loom, and let me know, and we'll work on that pattern video, because originally I had permission from the designer to do it at that time, and I can still do that. Thank you for the YouTube video link, Joanne. So, oh, Chris, you got a chauffeur. That's great. That's great. I'm just reading some of y'all's comments. Oh, Elizabeth said, love that blanket. Gonna make some for our Embrace Grace group. Yes, yes. If you can make it on needles, that's a great blanket to make for the charity, because that's really what it's for. I mean, not that you have to use it for charity, but the lookbook this month is for charity. There's stuff for babies and adults and kids and animals. So if you make stuff for animal shelters, there's even like pet beds. They're crocheted. Mikey has them on the Crochet Crowd. So if you want to check out those things, pet beds, and then there's like a little knit cat toy. I don't know if you could put like catnip in it or something like that. It's a simple piece there that's kind of cute to be using for that. Jacqueline says, could you do a sock tutorial? I may do one in the future, Jacqueline. I've had people ask me about sock tutorials for loom knitting, and I always refer them to the knitting board. The knitting board has a really good video on how to make socks. I just think that the lighting is good, and the pace of the teaching is good, and all those things are just done really well. And I'm kind of like, why mess with a good thing? So I kind of just refer people to that. There are other loom knitting video makers out there, and they all have their own style. That particular video I really like. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I do recommend other people's videos from time to time. I'm not the only one who makes them. But if you're interested in needle ones, let me know. I'm not a big sock maker. It's like I want to be, but I just don't. Joanne wants me to make this the sandals one. Pom-pom balls are great for cats. Cassid, I worry about pom-pom balls for cats unless they're like the pre-made ones or the really small ones that you can, I don't know, ones you can control where the fiber doesn't pull out. Just because I wouldn't want them to get eat it and have the problem. Joanne says, I learned how to do loom knit socks from the KB videos and they're excellent. Yeah. I mean, the wrap and turn videos are very clear. Their lighting is good. I mean, the background's white. The bottom part's white and the background's white. Her manicure looks good. Y'all know my manicure. I don't really manicure my hands. They're not that awesome, but it's me and it's real. And you still like my videos, so thank you for loving me. Sandals. Everybody wants the sandals video. Sweet. Oh yes, thank you, Alicia. Answer Lady does sock making on the loom. Answer Lady has a lot of techniques on the loom, y'all. If you've ever wanted to learn how to machine knit, she's a good person to follow. She has a very different style from me, but she knows her stuff, you know? I mean, so she's got a lot of good reference stuff. Catherine Dubberly is her name. On Facebook, she goes by actually another name, but the Answer Lady, I think it's theanswerlady.com if I remember, but she's also the Answer Lady on YouTube. Anyway, so she has a lot of things on the Kiss loom. However, you can use the same techniques, mostly the same. There may be some loom specific ones, but most of the techniques she shows on the Kiss loom can be used on another loom. But some people don't think it can just because it has a pin and peg system, and you have to wrap around this extra little thing. So just pretend that little extra thing doesn't exist, and then you can do the same on your other looms. Elizabeth says, I volunteered at a thrift store and one of my friends takes all the blankets not suitable for sale to the local animal shelters. Oh, that's an excellent idea. I never thought about that. Yeah, you don't want to throw them out. Sandals, yes please. Awesome. Okay. All right. You like to do socks on DPNs, Chris says. I want to make socks on the needles. Awesome. Cassid, I love that you're real and personal. Ah, thank you, Cassid. Answer Lady's great. Great. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you guys are up for the sandals and you love the Answer Lady. Sweet. She is great. All right, well, we are coming upon the hour. I'm so glad you guys joined me today. Remember, this week, check out the blog. We'll post all the links and everything for the hat. Check out the blog on yarnspirations.com for that video. Next week, we will be putting out a video on the dryer balls on YouTube. There's also coming up on Saturday. So this week is the Yarnspirations video. On Saturday, so the day after on YouTube, I have while I was doing this, I made a separate video on how to fix mistakes on your ribbing. And so if you've been waiting for a mistakes video from me, I have one. Now it's on needles. So I have that video. It will be coming out this Saturday, just a 5-minute little video. And I show a couple of different things. I show how to fix it and use a crochet hook and go up. I also show how to unknit and all that kind of stuff. So I'm so glad that you joined me today. Have a wonderful day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye everyone. See you next Monday.